Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So we have a list data type which starts with this one, and we have ticked data types. It will start with this one, and one is like tuple. It like has this parenthesis, and we have set. And for set extension, we have frozen set. I don't remember the syntax, but I think it should also start with. Um, I don't remember, but I'll tell you why we have that. And basic data type like string, int, and float. So these are like mostly Python. We use these data types, and list is like we can have like basically however we do it in different languages. Like we can have a or one two three in the same list. We can have any different data types.
Yeah.
That should be even like for example we can have this way also, I guess, which won't throw error.
Yes.
So like list we have, and dict basically is like key value pairs. Key has to be unique, and values can be any data type again,
Yeah.
but we have a condition on this key has to be immutable. We have You have to remember this basic Python questions they might ask. Mutable is nothing but you, for example, if you have a list of a comma b comma c, you can change any element in this list, or you can add a element, or you can delete a element. Like you can basically perform CRUD operations like create, update, edit, delete. CRUD
Yes.
is read.
Read.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can perform all four operations on mutable. Immutable means once you create, you cannot edit. So
Okay.
you will get like tuple and string.
Mm-hmm.
These are like immutable. So once you create a tuple, we cannot edit it. Like for example, at first I created tuple as if you consider coordinates, that is like tuple we use like 0 comma 0 coordinate. This you cannot update, but for example, if you create x as list, then you can write x of 0 equal to 1. Okay, I'll write this a b. It is getting confused.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So here you can edit, or you can write x dot append c. Like for characters we need to have quotes. I'm not writing quotes here, usually it will be like this.
Yes. Single quote
Yeah,
or double quote.
yeah.
Maybe mostly single quote only.
Double also works.
Okay. Okay.
So but you cannot edit this one. Tuple you cannot edit, but you can like if you print x of 0, in both cases it will work. Maybe I'll try with you try with example. I'll just tell you, maybe you try with examples. I'll give you this all.
Mm-hmm.
So try with examples and create different variable names. Right now I'm creating every variable name as same. So you can access the variables with the index 0 1. Index always starts with 0, either for list or tuple or anything. So if you type print x of 0, it works both for tuple and list, but it won't append or add or change. Like if you do it this here, so what it will become is like x becomes c comma b, but tuple you will get a error. It
Got
won't
it.
update.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, the string also, it's immutable. Like for example, if you have a string saying name, you cannot overwrite any character in that. Instead, you can create it as a, again you will initialize something like this you can do, but this doesn't mean you are adding it here. It's like you are creating again.
Got it. Then first variable, like what it is, like a is equals to name becomes like zero. It won't be considered. A is equals to
Like
b name
here
will
if you
become zero.
print a you will get name,
Then will name
here if you print you will get b name,
b name.
but it's not
Yes.
the same memory or same, like for example, uh, in it stores in memory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Python,
Yes.
all
Yes.
codes will store in memory, right? The memory will
Mm-hmm.
be different. Like for example, if you one second, for example memory, cannot draw good, okay. Like memory for example, like this it will think of it like this. For
Mm-hmm.
example, for the print a equal to name, for example it stores here.
Mm-hmm.
When you do print a equal to b name, it like creates separately, it won't overwrite it.
Got it. Yes.
But we cannot access this access pointer will be gone, but it
Mm-hmm.
creates it in a separate memory.
Okay.
So
It's
that means
not
you are
over.
creating, you are not updating. That's,
Got it.
so that is also like immutable. So for dictionary, whatever you use as a key, right, this has to be immutable. So you cannot have it, this is not correct statement, not correct. So dict cannot have a key as like this. Like for example, if you write a is a dictionary, dict example I'll write. So you can have tuple here as 2 comma 2 and this value as something, any value, any example. You can have this is works
Mm.
because 2 comma 2 is a tuple,
Mm.
but you cannot have, this is not possible 2 comma 2 because list is immutable, right?
Yes.
Not possible. So that is one thing you have to like store it in your memory. Like we cannot have list as a key, but we can have a tuple
Tuple.
because it is immutable. These all string int are immutables.
Mm.
And even for example set is mutable, frozen set is immutable. That's why we have like again separate data type as frozen set. Set
Mm.
is nothing but like for example in list we can have repeated elements, like for example 1 comma 1 comma 1 2, like that you can have, but set it will only have unique elements.
Yeah.
That's the difference between list, set and tuple. Tuple you cannot add or update anything, you can just create it and use it. This mostly we will use it like for passwords or coordinates. One time
Mm-hmm.
we will initialize,
Okay.
so that time we'll use. And set is like to get unique elements. List you can, it's like basically you can keep everything in the list. These are the data types. So questions, what questions you can expect is like what is the difference between list and tuple, list and set, what dict conditions like keys, can it have mutable or immutable values, what is mutable and immutable.
Mm-hmm.
Those all will be frequent questions. And coming to list, there will be one more question like difference between extend and append. So extend you will add one value, sorry, append you will add one value, extend you will add a list of values like this. So okay, I'll do different variables. I'm not adding quotes for everything, but that's how it is. So for example, if you see my now x is c comma b, right? So if I do
Mm-hmm.
this function, what it will happen is c comma b comma c. Order is very important in list. Okay, always we add, append means always we add at the end,
After, like last.
last.
Yeah.
So and what extend does is c comma b comma c and d e f. Even though we added here, we added the entire list, right? So what it does is it creates as a new element in the existing list. Did you understand?
Yeah.
So if I do the same, what will be my value now?
Mm. So can it append a list?
Hmm. So tell me how it looks. So, so here, how
See,
should I get
it
append?
will
Always add an
mhm,
element.
just as a one single. So
Yeah.
it
So
will
what
take
it does
as
is
list
it will,
DEN.
it's in list in a list.
Yes,
So
makes sense.
that's the difference you have to remember.
Mm-hmm. But if in case if brackets are not there, which list has? For example, if I just threw
Here
you x dot
you
append,
cannot pass multiple values to append.
yeah, it will throw another.
Yeah,
If it is in a list format,
it will accept.
yeah.
Here
So
it
if it
can be
is
any
in,
format. Like
okay,
for
yeah,
example, in
that's
list
true.
you can have dictionary also.
Dictionary. Mm-hmm.
In list you can have anything, but if you pass it in a list, it will consider as single element, and
Yeah,
it will add as a single element.
got it.
At the
Yeah,
end it will
because
add
list
single
can
element.
have any data type in it.
Yeah,
So whether
it
it
can
is,
be any data type.
yeah, that's the reason it is fine to add it as a one single element.
Yeah.
It will take
Append
makes
single element, extend.
extent.
If you pass a
Mm,
list, it will like add as a continuation of the elements.
continuation. It will not have a separate list under list.
Yeah, it won't have. So that is that.
Extend
And
append.
now
Mm-hmm.
how you access these variables. So you, like for example, now consider this is my list.
Mm-hmm.
So how you will access? So for accessing, first we'll talk about list, then we'll go to dictionary. So list, how it happens is like the list element always starts with 0 index.
Mm-hmm.
Index as 0, so it always starts with index, and the last element will be, like for example, x is my list, right? So my last element is usually length of x minus 1. So for example, if I have here 6 elements, so
Mm-hmm.
my last index will be 5,
Yes.
because we started
6
with 0,
minus.
right?
Yeah.
So this length function we use to get the length of the list.
So length is calculated from 1, but index is calculated from 0,
Yeah,
right?
length is like basically counting from 1.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, how
Yes.
many numbers are there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, index always starts with 0. If you want to access first element, you have to write x of 0.
Yeah.
And last element, you
And
have
last
to
one.
write x of, here we have, we'll take this only as x, okay? So it will be
Mm-hmm.
6 here. Sorry, 6. Because we
6
have
minus 2.
7 elements, right? Because this is also one element.
Yes.
So if you want to access x of last element, we will do this way. And we also have one more thing of negative indexes.
Yeah.
So what is that means? Like if you write x of minus 1, what it mean is it will consider from the last element, this is my x of minus 1, this is my
Yes.
x of minus 2,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
that. it will go backwards.
Makes sense. Yeah.
uh, so we use like negative indexes also usually in code sometimes, so that
Mm-hmm.
also you have to remember. And if you want to get a reverse of list, you can just uh, write x of this. Tell this symbol minus 1 if this is like my reverse. So
Okay.
that means you are telling to consider it from minus 1.
Minus 1. Minus 1 should be at 0 index.
Yeah, because why these two is, what is this two colons means usually, start that symbol is like start, end, and count, counter kind of thing, like how many you have to do plus 1 or minus 1.
Okay.
Like for example, if you type x of 0 comma 3, and you will give here as a, by default it is a 1. If you don't give if you give it like this, what it give me is
First three
first three elements. Yes, c
elements.
comma b comma c.
Yeah.
One second, I'm getting a call.
Yeah, sure.